you!
So you're looking for a job?
Sure, what's it about?
My errand boy hasn't come back, and I'm waiting for a delivery from the farmer Attile.
And how much is it worth to you?
I'll give you 50 gold pieces.
Fine, I'm in.
Okay. Just tell Attile that I sent you. He'll give you a package. Bring it to me.
Where can I find Attile's farm?
Just go out here through the east gate and follow the path to the southeast. After a short while, you'll come to a stone stairway. Go up that, and from there, you'll already be able to see Attile's farm.
That's not what I heard. That's not what I heard. Don't tell this to anyone. Isn't he talks to you
Hey, you! What's up?
It's been a long time since we've seen a stranger on our land who didn't want to skin us. I hope I'm not wrong about you. I'm Attile, and the strange bird over there is my brother, Anim.
How's the field work going?
Great, if those miserable field raiders weren't constantly destroying our harvest.
Why don't you do anything about the field raiders?
You're joking. Since I've been on this farm, I've killed so many of the beasts that I've lost count. But alas, new ones keep coming.
Who are you?
My name is Anim. I'm one of the field hands, and the half-pint over there is my brother Attile. We've been working here on the farm for Attile for several years.
How's the field work going?
Do you want to help? There's another hole back there. Grab it and then head for the field. You just have to make sure that the field raiders don't surprise you. They'll tear your arm right off with one bite.
Why don't you do anything about the field raiders?
I've killed more of them than I can count. The only problem is they keep coming back.
Your brother told me the same.
What? That loafer? He always disappears just as soon as the beasts come onto our land. He shouldn't be talking such nonsense.
Your brother tells a similar story.
Ah, what exactly does he say?
That he has also done away with plenty of field raiders.
What? That loser can't even find his way home by himself. Tell him he shouldn't brag like that.
Your brother thinks you're a braggart.
What? He's actually got the nerve to say that? He'd better watch out or I'll teach him a lesson. Go and tell him that.
Wait a minute.
Anim is a bit irritated about this thing.
He shouldn't puff himself up so much, else I'll tear his head off. Tell him that.
Hey, I think the two of you should just relax.
The bastard didn't give in, am I right? I'll tear out his guts. Tell him that.
Why don't you tell him yourself?
I'll do that. Well, at least you've got some gold. I think I'll take your weapon.
Wait a minute.
Do you want to cause even more trouble? I think it would be better if you left now.
Oh man, my head. Wait a minute. Haven't you done enough damage? I think you should go now.
I used to say that myself.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
Those cutthroats are threatening my husband. We are citizens of the town, loyal to the king, and the mercenaries are planning to rob us. Now don't you just stand there, do something. Help us.
And that's the truth.
Those are all just rumors.
Everything all right?
As soon as anyone says anything wrong around here, the dance starts. So watch your step or there'll be a slaughter.
Will you join the fight?
Have known better.
I'm not just gonna stand here when the ruckus starts,
That'll
but
only cause more trouble.
I'm not gonna push it either.
No one really wants to hear that.
That's totally obvious.
Onar's rebellion will have serious consequences. I prefer to keep out of it.
Those are all just rumors.
And that's the truth.
Nothing's going to change about that.
No idea. You tell me.
It can't go on like this forever.
Hey, you! Is there a problem?
No, everything's fine. It would be better if you left now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, everything's fine. I can't talk to you now.
Whatever it is that brought you here, you had better forget it and hit the road.
Been there, done that.
Hey, you!
Hey,
Anything's
Yoko,
possible.
have you lost your way? Go back to your field and pull up a
couldn't
few
care
turnips.
Hey!
Not now. I can't talk to you now.
Hey, you!
You're at the wrong place at the wrong time. So I guess that if you want to live, you'd better hit the road now. Get it?
Hey!
Is there anything wrong with your ears? Or do you have a death wish? Well, it's too late now.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
Is there a problem? Are you...
You don't have to ask me that.
Can't
Hey, you!
Hey, Yoko, have you lost your way?
As if I didn't
Go
have
back to your
enough
field and
problems.
pull up.
Hey!
You're at the
I'm
wrong
staying out of
place. So I guess.
Hey!
Is there anything wrong with your ears? Or do you have a death wish? Well, it's too late now.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces. Yes! Run it! You deserve
that lowlife?
Thank
You
Innes.
poor sucker.
I thought
You don't
my
even
time
have
had
any
run out.
gold on you.
My name is Attile.
I think I'd better
farmed
take
this
this
humble
weapon.
piece of land.
Who were those people?
Those were mercenaries from Onar's farm. Those bastards don't know anything but plunder and murder. I'd been fearing the worst. Well, thank Innes it didn't come to that. Tell me, what can I do for you?
Nothing. Just as long as you got through this all right.
You're an exceptional fella. May Innes guard you on your way.
Have you heard anything about missing citizens?
Don't make me laugh. Heard of them? Some of my own people are missing. Tonak and Telbor used to work on my fields until 3 days ago. And I know exactly that they wouldn't up and leave the farm just like that. And yet they've simply vanished and no one can tell me where they went. If you happen to find out what's become of them, be sure to let me know, will you?
What did the mercenaries want from you?
You don't know that? Onar, the landowner, hired them. They guard his farm and collect the rent for him. And that means they go from farm to farm and take whatever they want. And whoever can't pay gets a taste of their steel.
You know your way around this area.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Where can I find Onar's farm?
Just go back down the stone steps and follow the road to the east. At some point, you come to a tavern. From there, you go farther east until you come to the big fields. That's where the mercenaries hang out.
What is that tavern to the east of here?
Ask Randolph. He knows more about it than I do. He's been there a few times.
What is there in the woods behind your farm?
There's just a whole bunch of monsters back there. And the wolves are the least dangerous. A few bandits are also said to have their caves there. Well, they've left my farm alone so far.
Baltrams sent me. I'm supposed to pick up a shipment for him here.
So, you're his new messenger. Okay, I've already made up the package.
I've gotta go.
So long. I really wish I could have done more for you.
Hey, you! Everything all right?
Yes, I'm fine. That Alvarez has become bolder and bolder lately. Good thing that's over now. What I could use now is a good drop in the tavern.
You're not from around here, right?
I come from the Southern Isles. At some point they said they needed people in Corinnes because of that magic ore. But when I got there, they had this huge barrier in place, and I didn't want to go in there, so I started working in the harbor. Well, the ships stopped coming in, and so I went to work for Attile. I've had worse jobs, actually.
You hang out in the tavern?
That's right, but not recently. I cannot afford going there anymore.
What exactly is going on there in the tavern?
There's gambling there. Two fellows compete against each other. Whoever can hold the most beer wins. In the end, I did nothing but lose, and now I need to make some more money first.
Who did you go up against?
Against Rukar, that old good-for-nothing. So far, he's beaten me every time. But somehow, I have the creeping suspicion that the filthy swine has laced my beer with gin every time. I suspect he keeps the gin hidden in that damn chest of his, that lousy scumbag. Somebody ought to sneak some plain water into his chest. Then he could lace my beer all he wants. If I only had enough money to compete against him one more time.
Hey, you! Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Why don't you defend yourself against Onar's tyranny?
For us farmers near the city, it makes more sense to stay on the good side of the city militia than to rely on Onar's mercenaries. On the other hand, there's Bengar and Sekub who would rather give up their farms than work for the king.
Where do I find the farms of Bengar and Sekub?
They're not far from the farm where the landowner lives. Go east from here and you'll find them.
Haven't you ever considered moving away from here?
It's not easy to get away from this part of the country. All the land is walled in by a high, insurmountable chain of mountains. The only two ways out of here are the pass to the Valley of Mines and the harbor. Since we cannot afford passage on a ship, and the Valley of Mines is a place of no return, we're going to have to stay here.
What do you know about the pass?
I've never been there myself, but it must be somewhere near Bangar's farm on the high pastures.
Look out for your husband.
I shall do my best.
I've got to go.
So long. I really wish I could have done more for you.
Everybody knows by now.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Really? How interesting.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
That'll only cause more trouble.
That was obvious all along.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
You listen to the wrong people.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. Nagura has killed Baltram's messenger. He tried to use me as his new messenger in order to intercept Attile's shipment.
That fellow will get his just punishment. I shall have him locked up immediately. Here, take the bounty that you are entitled to.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. About the Thieves Guild.
Yes?
I'm working on it.
Good. Keep me informed.
The security measures for the protection of the upper quarter will be further strengthened. The guards on the gates are ordered to interpret the law in the strictest sense in order to prevent unauthorized entry.
I've got Attile's delivery.
Excellent. Finally, I can offer fresh goods again. Here are your 50 gold pieces.
Show me your wares.
I warned you, but you wouldn't listen. We will discuss this later. Now get lost. I want to rest.
Inhabitants of Paradis, by the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Furthermore, any contact with the rebelling peasantry in the surrounding areas is strictly forbidden.
Hey you, come over here. I've got something for you. There's a fellow here who insisted on talking to you. Since you weren't here, he told me to give you a message. He wants to meet you, behind Halver's fish shop. This piece of information is free, but that's an exception, kid. Anything beyond that will cost you.
What did the guy look like?
I could tell you that, but you need to pay for it, my friend.
I need information. What did the guy look like?
Well, rather tall, dark-skinned and strong, but no uniform. Somehow menacing.
And his face?
His face? When he looked at me, I was glad that it wasn't me he had come for. There was something scary in his eyes. Anyway, I think you should go see him. This is bound to be interesting.
Yeah, the question is, for whom?
That was no big deal.
I've got no time. Nothing amazes me anymore.
Some don't even know how wicked they are.
Same old thing all over again.
Enos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
No idea. You tell me.
Ah, finally. I've been waiting for you, stranger.
Who are you?
I'm called Attile, but is my name important? Our names are meaningless. You should know that best, stranger.
What's this farce about?
You shouldn't die ignorant at the end of your journey. Consider it a final show of respect to the condemned.
Why do you want to kill me?
Nagur is behind bars because of your interference. An unforgivable mistake, as some see it. My employers are not exactly pleased about it. To prevent you from making yet another mistake, they have sent me.
Let me at least draw my weapon.
Good. Then prepare for your last battle. Some don't even know how wicked they are.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
You should really have known better.
Hey!
Ah, finally. You.
Let me at least draw.
Good. Then
He listened to the wrong people.
I'll get you!
That was never thought of that himself.
I wouldn't be so sure.
You can't rely on that.
That's the first I've heard of it.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I couldn't get away with that.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Nobody wants.
Ah, a fight!
And now for the fun part.
Is it really true?
That's no secret.
I'll get you!
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
It was his decision, wasn't it? The things I could tell you.
That's been known a long time.
Been there, done that.
You listen to the wrong people.
Same old thing all over again.
If he doesn't see it, I can't help it.
Put down that weapon. Are you deaf or what? I said, put down that weapon. That wasn't so hard.
That's been known a long time.
And now for some action. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Oh! I'll get you!
Attaboy!
And there's more, believe me. I'm staying.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
That was no big deal. He should have known better. No idea. You tell me.
But with it, the trees and...
I want to see the prisoners.
Go ahead, but don't stay away too long. Understood?
What can you tell me about this area?
These are the barracks. Where do you want to go?
Thanks, that's all I wanted to know.
You betrayed me. That was a big mistake. Now get lost. You betrayed.
Each inhabitant of the city is to prepare himself accordingly. Everyone is to situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own protection. Furthermore, any contact with the rebelling peasantry in the surrounding areas is strictly forbidden.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord...
Hey, what are you doing down here? There's nothing here for you. So, out with it. What are you doing here?
All civilian judges are to hand over their duties to the royal paladins, effective immediately. The Honorable Lord
I've done in Attila. He had the key to the sewers on him.
You killed Attila? So what? He was a lousy dog anyway. But I'll tell you something. If you attack me, I'll kill you.
What are you doing here in this dark, dank hole?
I live here. One more stupid question, and I'll cut a design in your hide.
Take me to your leader.
Ha! My leader? I'm sure Cassio will want to talk to you. Go ahead, and don't try to fool me.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is Everyone is to begin training in the skills of combat and to arm himself.
Hey, you!
Just look who found his way here. Attila underestimated you. I am not going to make the same mistake.
What's being played here?
We wanted you to die for blowing the whistle on a friend. That's why we sent Attila. Your presence here, however, opens up a new option.
What do you want to offer me?
You can join us.
Tell me about your organization.
People in town are pretty nervous about us, but nobody knows our hideout. The handful of people who even know that the sewers exist believe that they are locked and not accessible to anyone. As long as they don't find us, we can work in peace.
What do you know about the missing people?
Why would that interest you?
I want to find out what happened to them.
When you emerge from the sewers, swim down along the coast to the right for a while. You're bound to find your answers there.
What's in it for me if I join you?
You can learn special abilities from us. Abilities that will allow you to live in luxury.
But I wouldn't have to hide out down here, would I?
No. You only have to stick to our rules. That's all.
What are your rules?
The first rule is, you don't breathe a word about us to anyone, ever. Second, don't get caught. Third, if you draw your weapon down here to attack someone, we'll kill you. And the fourth and last rule is, those who want to join us have to prove themselves.
How am I supposed to prove myself?
Now, will you join us or not?
What can I learn from you?
Jesper is the master of stealth. He will show you how to move without making a sound. Ramirez is an exceptionally gifted burglar. No lock can withstand his picks. And I can teach you how to be a pickpocket. I'm also going to help you become more dexterous, for dexterity is the key to your abilities.
Okay, I'm in.
Great. You'll be given an opportunity to prove yourself. And if you want to learn from us, you're welcome.
What happens if I get caught?
Just don't get caught, okay?
Can you teach me?
Sure. Pickpocketing and dexterity will cost you 100 gold pieces each.
I want to learn about picking pockets. Here's the gold.
We can start whenever you're ready.
How am I supposed to prove myself?
That stubborn old alchemist, Constantino, has a beautiful ring, but he doesn't really need it. I want to see it adorn my hand.
So you're in. Well, I wish you success then, and be careful whatever you do. Oh, and one more thing. I don't care who you are up there and with whom you work. Here below, you're only one of us, a thief. No more and no less.
Can you teach me something?
I can't teach you anything. You already know everything about picking locks. Now you only need to improve your dexterity.
That's exactly what I said.
Tell this to anyone.
You should have known better.
I won't tell her a thing.
Nothing surprises me. It doesn't see that. I can't help it.
That's exactly what I said.
Tell this to anyone.
I'll never get this open without the right key. I'll never get this open without the right key.
In order to prevent unauthorized entry.
I never knew that. You really believe that? He never would have thought of that himself.
And believe everything you hear.
Let's wait and see what happens.
That was quite obvious. Like it's so enough.
You have to feel sorry for
I've heard a thing or two. Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Who said that?
Things like that.
Wouldn't be so sure. Listen to the wrong people.
They're
But I
bad
knew that all
manners.
along.
Don't tell her. Now that's typical, isn't it?
I think this bow belongs to you.
My bow? Where did you find it?
In a dark hole full of rats.
I hope you didn't get into trouble.
No, I've done this kind of thing before.
Thank you anyway. I owe you for this.
Really, how interesting.
His decision, wasn't
Don't say you didn't know that.
Never thought of that himself.
it? Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Oh, wait,
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here.
Know that.
I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
Really, how interesting.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
I've got my own opinion about that.
That's an open secret.
Has anything exciting happened?
And then an honest citizen actually brought that stolen bow back to Bosper. That's odd. You'd think it's everyone for himself in times like these. But this man just drops in and returns that bow.